Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. You know where you are, the 9 at 9 with me, Tigo. And this morning I was watching national news and they were talking about a mini recession. Now, I don't know about you, but I have no clue what a mini recession is, but it sounds like I need to get my ducks in order. And if that's what the case is, that means I need Dr. Wendy. So you guys sit right there because she'll be right back.
Emmett, do you want to play with me? Yeah, I can't play right now. I'm doing show notes.
Hey, welcome back. Yeah, if you're watching the news at all, or if you're scrolling through social media, you're hearing about recession, you're hearing about higher interest rates, you're hearing about politics. And if you're like me, you're going, what do I do? Well, I know what I do. I call my buddy Dr. Wendy Labat and say, hey, Doc, what do we do?
Hey, Tigo, thank you for having me. And times are tough financially, but what you do is position yourself to be able to handle, whatever the situation is. And it's easier to say, but, like I said, I'm going to be transparent. I've been there, done that. That's why I tell people, my clients, they see me now, they say, oh, you got it together, you got money, this, that, and the other. But that hadn't always been the case. Like I tell them, I've been foreclosed, repo, bankrupt, all that. But I learned strategies to, so that now, even though I hate the higher prices, I can still buy what I want. I can still do what I need to do. And I recommend, especially to my clients, I teach them strategies to increase their income without getting a second job, and how to reduce their expenses without spending more money, and how to plan where their money goes instead of wondering where it went. It's crucial to have like I said, again, the right mindset. If you don't have the right mindset, and you also have to have some discipline, then you're going to have a hard time, during these inflationary times.
So before we get too far into this, you talk about your clients every once in a while. If someone wants to be a client, do you take on new clients?
I sure do, especially now, because, people need help, and, and I'm here to help. I'm the financial healer, and that's my crusade. And, I do take on new clients. So as a matter of fact, I've got a workshop going on now, the Financial Cures Prescription Workshop, which talks about, these things I'm talking about. And, I've been doing them every Tuesday from 6 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And you can go to Eventbrite or FinCures, FINCURES.eventbrite.com if you want to enroll. Use promo code CURE, CURE, when you register. And, people need to understand, and that's the problem. It's a mindset and knowledge deficiency. There are a lot of things people just don't understand. They don't understand how, things affect, one thing affects the other. And that's something I focus on that, and that's workshop as well.
So, real quick, before you guys start sending me hate mail because you're driving and you couldn't write it down, Alan will make sure it's in Tigo Direct. So go there. The code will be there. Go connect with Dr. Wendy. All right, Dr. Wendy, let's talk about this, because people think that, the economy is only bad in their town. It's not just your town or your city or even this country. It's global, right?
It is global, and it's affected not just by, one political party or one person. It's global, and everybody knows from COVID how, what happens in one country affects the other. Russia and Ukraine are going through a war. That's kind of political, but that's reality, and that's impacting oil prices, food prices for some people that, count on the grain from Ukraine. And it's just kind of crazy. So like I said, there are a lot of factors that impact inflation and cause a recessions. But the bottom line is you need to position yourself so no matter what the economic conditions are, you can still, be in a good shape financially.
Now, I've heard you say anorexic income many, many times before. So I know there are people out there going, I hear you, doc. I want to put myself in a good position, but I work at a job that I don't even get overtime. I'm salary. How do I do this? What should I do?
Well, there are a lot of ways, to increase your income without having to work, a second job. One way,
Mhm.
again, I spoke about the loyalty points, rewards. It's kind of, I kind of equate that with couponing back in the day. You hear about
Oh,
people
yeah.
going to the grocery store and buying $200 worth of groceries, spend $5. But it's a similar kind of thing. And then two, there are some things you can do, like, sell some of your gently used things on eBay, or some of these online sites, Poshmark and things like that. There are a number of them. Airbnb, Turo. That's something that a lot of the younger people are putting those cars out there for rent. And I'm not saying you
Right.
have to do that, but those are some of the options you can consider. Now, another thing is reducing your expenses without spending more money. Every 6 months, I call my, cable company, my cell phone company, utility company, said, look, what kind of, specials are you offering now? What's the, incentive for people to sign up with you? And they'll, there's some pretty good deals out there where you get this high speed internet, you get 5G service, and you get, all these premium channels. And, it's like, hey, I've been with you all these years. I want that, but I don't want to spend that kind of money. And when you
Right.
ask the right people, which is usually, if the customer service person can't do it, talk to their manager. They will. I have gotten an extra cell phone line, 5G, lower
Wow.
monthly bill, because, the plans now are incentivizing people to sign up with them. And it's like, hey, if I can't get that, then I need to go somewhere else, and they don't want to lose your business. So everything's negotiable. You just have to ask. And the same with the cable. You can get those premium channels and you don't have to pay for them. You can get that whatever the high speed internet, and not have to pay any extra for it. Don't compromise your service to get a lower price, because you don't have to do that.
I never thought about that. I probably have not upgraded my phone, package or did anything with it in 100 years. I never thought about that. Now I'm going to sit down here the rest of the day and be making a list and start reaching out and doing just that. So what about young families? They've got Billy's got baseball and Susie's got dance and da 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 da. And they're going, I have no place to cut. We are living on the tip of the shoestring budget. Help me, doc. What do I do?
Well, there are a couple things. One, like I said, that's where the spending challenge comes in. People think they can't afford it, or they think they don't have the money, but when they really look at the real picture of where their money is going, are they spending it on needs versus wants? Are you still paying for this subscription or membership that you don't even use? You got to go back and dig kind of deep. It's going to take some work, but you'll be surprised. You can find hundreds, even thousands of dollars that you can redirect to things that are most important. My kids were basketball players, so I feel the pain on all those activities. My daughter was in
Mm-hmm.
everything, ballet, tap, cheerleading, everything. But, people are, there are programs out there, and don't be ashamed to say, what kind of sponsors do you have for my situation? Because people are willing to put money up. There are people that got money and willing to, support you and your kids. You just have to ask. Don't let that pride get in the way. A lot of people say, I don't want people to know, especially in finance. They're like, I don't want people to know my situation. You better let people know your situation if you're struggling. So there are a lot of resources out there. You just have to be able to seek them out.
That's amazing. See, I think Alan has a much faster clock than us, because that 1 minute just went by. I think he's wrong. But before he cuts us off, tell us how they can get in touch with you if they want to be one of your clients, they want to take your courses. How do they get in touch with the good Dr. Wendy?
Okay, well, if you want to be one of my clients, you can email info at thefinancialcures with an S.com. If you want to just check out my show and then contact me from there, you go to fincures.com. That's FINCURES.com. And that'll give you all, my information to contact me. But, reach out. I'll be happy to, talk to folks. I've got a lot of resources and I'll be glad to share them.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Doctor, for hanging out with me again today. You are amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Hey, everybody, I hear you. I know it's tough. It's tough for me too. And we're going to get Dr. Wendy back on a regular because she's got the cures for finance. And that's what we need right now with everything going on in the world. And if you're driving or you just didn't have anything to write it down with, go to Tigo Direct. Alan's got you covered. He'll make sure you get connected with Dr. Wendy. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Y'all know I want you to come back next time. And as always, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you next time.